Okay, y'all. First off, we got an audio that's going around. Everybody talking about it because they had a professional analyze it. And the things that she said that is being said. Okay, y'all. That's number one. Number two is they're saying that Nolan Wells was getting wasted, y'all. Smoking his kneecaps off. Yes, y'all, that white powder. Another thing they're saying, somebody named Bart that wasn't even supposed to be there was there. And he played a part, allegedly, in Nolan's passing. He's also tied to the female Katie that Nolan was trying to holler at. Y'all, this is crazy. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my day ones, twos, threes, and fours. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all and welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged, some is not, and the fair accuse is in my description box, y'all. So, let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. Boy, oh boy, a lot of information is coming out right now. A lot is coming out. A lot of people is talking about this audio, and I want to play it. I want to play this audio, and this one right here, because a lot of people is posting it on their videos. But we're going to listen to this with Judge Mathis. Okay, y'all, we're going to listen to this audio of what's on the tape, you know, of them calling while their boat was like, you know, sinking or whatever. This is when they call. Now, a professional, this is what she does. This woman, she's a professional. She analyzes stuff like this, and she drowns out the noise here and there and there and there, and they pick up on what's being said. Now, you can't hear some of the stuff she's saying. It sounds just like what she's saying as far as in the background. You do hear somebody calling Nolan. You do hear somebody saying, you know, like Bart did something. And this guy named Bart, he was never, ever mentioned that he was ever even on the boat with them in the first place, y'all. It's crazy because word on the street is Bart, nobody ever said Bart it was even there that even came to the island. He wasn't even supposed to be there. Now, a lot of people is saying that the reason why they covered up and not mention Bart is because Bart is the person who did it. Word on the street. Bart is the person who took Nolan's life. This is what they're saying. He did something. You can hear it in the background. You do clearly hear somebody saying something about Bart. You definitely do. Now, other people is coming forward saying that no, that people were just, you know, they were, you know, ecstatic or whatever, and they were, you know, thinking the boat was sinking. There was a lot of chaos going on, and this is why I sound like that, but we're not really hearing what we're hearing. But I think we're hearing what we're hearing, y'all, because people are now posting pictures. Yes, y'all, posting pictures of this female who's supposed to be Katie and this guy named Bart. And it's looking like they could be in a relationship, y'all. This is crazy. It's looking like they could be in a relationship. Did I not say thought came up in the numbers? I'm just saying, y'all. If you was in a relationship with Bart and he wasn't there, according to what people were saying, did somebody call Bart and was like, guess who pushed it up on your girl? Did Bart come later? Because people were coming in and out on boats. They said it was boats all over the place. Did Bart show up? Ask yourself this question. Did Bart show up? Did somebody call Bart being messy, saying that Katie is out here with Nolan? Did Bart show up? Because if people are saying he wasn't there at first, how did he get there? Did he ride there with them? Was he on one of those other two boats? Because they said it was 3 boats, them all together. Y'all, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. If I feel like now we have to read between the lines on what really happened to Nolan, I feel like they're telling us some truth and they're telling us some lies too. To see if we're just going to figure it out. This is crazy right now. I'm going to play the audio, but I want to say this. I do believe, and get this, you know, they're saying that people that were on that boat, some of these guys that he was with, they sell street pharmacy stuff. These were some dealers and users, probably. Word on the street. And people are saying, no, that ain't true because the story is coming out now that Nolan, on the toxicology report, don't be surprised when it come back that he got some of that white powder in his toxicology report. They said don't be surprised because they're saying Nolan was out here like Pookie, y'all, on New Jack City. This is what they're saying. That don't make no sense to me, especially if he's into sports and stuff like that. I do not believe that. But I think that this is what they're going to throw out there and tell us because they want us to believe that the reason why he has this in his system was because he was getting high. But I believe somebody gave him that just so they could whoop him. Because people is scary like that. People, the haters, when they don't like you and they want to come at you, they want to come at you, but a lot of them is scary. So what better way to get him off his square than to slip him something? Now we're hearing from this guy that has a page that everybody calling him Uncle to the Tom, okay? He's coming out saying that, he's been knowing this for a while, that Nolan, could possibly have some stuff in his system and this and that and this. Why when everybody else was asking these kids, like, what happened? And everybody was acting like they didn't know nothing, they ain't seen nothing, or nothing. Why do Uncle to the Tom come out and then all of a sudden now you singing like Whitney Houston, telling him everything was going on? It makes no sense as if they're getting a story together. That's what it sounds like. They're trying to fix this. And it makes you wonder, there are rumors coming out about the people that did the autopsy and all of that stuff. There's rumors coming out now about, the connections and the this and that and this. And I told y'all, somebody really, really bold. It had to be somebody that was really, really bold, y'all, to do something like that on an island that belongs to the feds. And I keep having to say this over and over again because I'm wondering who is Bart's parents. Just saying, y'all. Who is Bart's parents, and are they in any kind of way connected to the people who owns that island? Think about that for a second. They called for emergency, and the emergency was turned away. So the cleanup crew and everybody can fix this. Is they still fixing it right now? Ask yourself this question. Now the toxicology that everybody is waiting on to come back. We're waiting on it, right? Everybody waiting on it. Now people want to see, is this the truth what this guy is saying about, Nolan got some white powder in his system. So everybody want to see, is that true now? Because then they're going to look at Nolan like Nolan wasn't all that innocent in the first place. Because everybody been portraying him to be so innocent and this and that and that and this. One thing about youngsters and trying to fit in with people and this and that and that and this, you are the company that you keep. And I said this earlier on. I said, for the way everybody's acting like Nolan is the sweetest person in the world. He get along with everybody. He this and that and that and this. But when Nolan want to get out and party, Nolan is out here partying with a wild, rowdy crew of people. They're a group. It's like a street association. If you ask me, that's what it looks like. They get rowdy. They take over the place. They this, they that. This is what it seems like he was around. People getting wasted. There were rumors going around here that, that somebody that sells street pharmacy stuff or they do whatever. They were trying to make Nolan do it because Nolan didn't want to do it and they wanted to make him like peer pressure. And, we heard that rumor earlier on too. So is they about to try to mix this in? Because I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm seeing this a little bit clearer. It's starting to look clearer now of what actually happened to him. I don't know if y'all seeing it clear, but I'm seeing it clearer now. Who called Bart? Who told Bart? Was Bart already out there? Or who did Bart ride out there with? Ask yourself this question. Did he come out there with them? Did he come show up later? Why did he come show up later? Was he not even going to come? And somebody called him like your girl? She's trying to holler at the black guy. He gets there and square him up and look at Nolan like, do I even want to take him on? Toe to toe? Do I even want to go toe to toe with him? No, he might whoop me out here in front of everybody. So what would a person that is around street pharmacy stuff, allegedly, what would they do to a person that they want to get a better advantage of, but still want to look like you whooped them? Slip a little something in their drink. Slip a little something in their food or whatever that Nolan possibly had. And this is why this is probably going to show up in the system. This is what they saying now. Trying to warn us before it come out. Let's see how they're going to take it first. Y'all, this is crazy on so many levels. Is this what happened to Nolan? This jealous of Bart, allegedly. Okay, just for entertainment purposes. We're trying to figure out what happened. But is it a possibility that Bart came out there on BS because, Nolan and Katie was walking around all day? I'm just saying, however long they were there. And they was vibing. Huh? He was with the thought that he's normally with? Is this what happened? Y'all, did somebody call him? Tell on him? Did he show up? Did he slip Nolan something? And did he catch Nolan off guard when he thought he's about feeling it right now? Did he grab him and put him in that headlock, y'all? Did he put him to sleep? Did he? Is that why they were on a boat saying, wake up Nolan or something like that? Is he gone? Bart, what you do? Or some stuff they were saying. Is this what happened to him, y'all? Is it? Because this is crazy. Did they get into a tussle? And I said this too. I said, is it a possibility that Nolan put that hole in the boat because they were probably fighting? And everybody around was doing what they do because they showed a video of Nolan. I don't know if y'all seen it yet, but they showed a video of Nolan jumping in between two people trying to fight. It was a bully and then it was a bigger guy and a smaller guy. And the smaller guy looked like he was scared. Nolan jumped in between and stopped it. Stopped the whole thing. But if Nolan wouldn't have jumped in between, everybody else was sitting back watching, getting ready to cheer it on. This is what they were doing, boosting it up so they could see some action. Now ask yourself this question. If you were so smart, would this be the crowd you want to be around? Because sooner or later, that crowd turns on you. Nolan made a lot of bad decisions when it came to his friends. And I understand being nice to everybody. But the company you keep is very important. It really is. And you're not always going to be the person that's going to jump in between to stop an altercation. Sooner or later, somebody is going to get wasted and they're going to come at you. And those same people that you stopped or didn't like them sitting back cheering, they're the new crowd around you now. And you're the new victim. And I just feel like now, they're letting bits and pieces out and you got to put it together yourself. And like I said, my main thing now, because we're seeing this is possibly what happened. And if he passed away from getting put to sleep, then it makes sense to, if they threw him overboard, that he didn't have no water in his lungs. Because he put him to sleep. He passed away from being, put in that headlock, y'all. Being put in that headlock. And was this why there was really no bruising? They said he didn't have any bruises on him and that he'd been in any kind of pause session. So if he didn't have any bruises, that means he was winning. He was winning the fight. And this is possibly why they had to give him something. So they could win the fight. Did he still have a go in him? Was he the reason why that boat had a hole in it, y'all? Did he feel like They not gonna believe that I fell in the water or whatever. If I put this hole in this boat, they gonna know something happened on this boat. I said this over and over and over again. I kept saying thought kept coming up in the numbers. Said that too. What really happened to him, y'all? Did they make a fool of him on that boat before they took him out? Did they, y'all? And if it happened on the boat, the altercation, is that why nobody else saw anything? Because they was on a west tip down there by themselves on their own boat, and everybody else probably was, walked away from their boats on that end. When the people came, not the first emergency people, but the second ones that showed up. When they came, were they the cleanup crew? Did they take Nolan's body somewhere else? And did they come back later and put it right where the incident happened? Ask yourself this question. Is that what happened, y'all? Listen to this audio. Wait a minute.
Hey, we're the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please tell me about the membership?
Alright, of course. How far is the coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello?
Hey.
Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like, we're going down.
That I did not know that existed. And if this is authentic radio transmission between the dispatcher and the caller, then certainly this turns it on its head.
Yeah, I don't want to play too much of this because, I got haters. But this is the audio, y'all. You have to go back, and I wish I could have found the video with the lady that is talking about it as she's saying what he's saying. I'm sure y'all done heard it by now. But yeah, y'all. This is crazy. This is crazy. You hear somebody saying Nolan's name. You hear them calling this Bart guy. Now you're finding out that this Bart guy could possibly be in a relationship with Katie. But Katie and Nolan was tied together all while he was there. They was kicking it hard. Is this why Bart was the last one that was possibly around him, y'all? If the last place he was at is on the boat. And is Katie lying and the guys lying because all of them was on the boat together? Because that's what it's looking like now, y'all. That is what it's looking like. Did Bart put him to sleep? Did he put him in that little sleeper hold and put him to sleep? And now they got this guy that's allegedly, I don't know this guy, but he is questionable of being an uncle to the Tom. Okay, y'all? But this blogger that's going around that he did the interview with them and this and that and that and this. And he have a very negative attitude to a lot of black people. Okay? Not calling people out on their stuff and stuff they doing and putting their own stuff out and we talk about. No. This guy, he seems like, just like what people are saying, he's an uncle to the Tom, okay, y'all? He comes out the blue, then, and word on the street, he's an ex-cop too. And people stick together. I told y'all, everybody, these internet is tied to a lot of different stuff, and different people is tied to each other through this. And this is how that they keep narratives going their way and all kind of stuff. Okay, you've been seeing that what I've been going through with people on the internet. So just think about now that we got judges, polices, Fed Island, all of this stuff, and then now we have an ex police officer that's now as a blogger, big time blogger, and they do the interview with him, and now he's saying that, it's a possibility that the toxicology report is going to show that white powder in it. Are they getting their story together? Is this why, Ben Crumpton was hesitant to put out their autopsy report because they wanted to wait for theirs to come out just to see what they were going to say first? Did they want to see what they're going to admit, what happened to his neck, and this and that and that and this? This is why they wanted to wait. Now, this is what people are saying, that they could change what they were going to say at first to something else. So now that, it ain't calmed down because people still talking about it, but I have to take a break on it because it's just too much. Everybody's acting like, this is the only story out there when there's so many others. And this is my only point. I got a long time bloggers talk about, Miss Lowdown, I don't like your attitude on this case. Well, I'm sorry. That's just sound like a personal problem. Because this whole case is weird and it's odd, y'all. It's odd on so many levels. And it's taking so many twists and turns. And now it's like it's winding down to what they're going to say, who they're going to try to really throw under the bus, or this, or that, and this. Or they're going to see if, what come of this Bart situation. But my thing is, you do hear somebody saying Bart. We are seeing that he is on this picture with, Katie. I don't know if they're in a relationship or not. I guess that's going to come out later or whatever, as people keep on talking, more information that's going to come out. But I don't know, y'all. I just feel like even Bart is not going to get in any trouble. It's depending on who his parents are and who he's tied to. I told you, whoever did this on that island was bold to do this, y'all. This island, and I don't know why people ain't talk about this island is owned by the feds. Why would you come on feds property and commit a crime? That's just like you going in the police station and take somebody out. Why? Unless you has ties in that type of way that you feel like you can get away with anything. So now the question is, who is Bart's parents, y'all? Who are they? We know one of the other kids that was in the boat, their parent is a judge. Stepmama, whatever you want to call it, is a judge. We got a doctor. We got a lawyer for parents. Out of this crew of people that was on these boats with these guys. And now we have Bart, who people specifically tried to leave his name out. But it came back in anyway, because people heard it in the call. When I tell you, I have people not playing, they not playing. When they serious about something, they serious about something. This woman, this is what she does. Her job. This is her job. To analyze, conversations, background noise for crimes or whatever it may be. This is what she do. She's a professional. And she said that what she was saying sounded like a crime took place from what she was saying, that they were saying. It sounded like Nolan was on that boat when they called in to get some help. It sounded like he was on that boat. And I'm wondering now, who is the guy that the lady started talking to? Because he said, I just got off the phone with the granddaddy, and the granddaddy said, y'all don't have to go. So who was that guy? Is he a part of the emergency team? Well, who was that guy that said that, y'all? Because I'm like, what the heck? A whole circle of people that was all these kids beck and call to cover up their mess on whatever it is they got into. Whatever. We've heard that these kids he was on a boat with selling street pharmacy stuff. We've heard, when you growing up, that's the last people you want your kids to be hanging around. People that's selling stuff, and if somebody come for their money or you messing up their money, somebody come at you try to take them out, take that person out, and you catch something. People don't want their kids around people that's selling street pharmacy stuff. Nolan, this was his crowd that he liked to be around. He went out of town with these guys. The same guys that the mama said she didn't even know. He said his car stayed parked at Nolan's house for all while he was gone, 2 weeks or something like that. They went on vacation. So it's a lot of lies going on here, y'all. And I do believe that Nolan probably was sipping. He was doing something. He wasn't hanging out with these rowdy group of people and wasn't having something that he wasn't doing. Now, I ain't saying he was doing no street pharmacy stuff, but I do believe he was getting a drink on. And now I'm starting to wonder, the guy that said he ran into Nolan and Nolan was feeling he was wasted and he wasn't walking right and talking right. Could he be telling the truth? Did somebody give him something? Or is this a story they all putting together? Because you see what they did to Carmelo. Y'all see what they did to Carmelo. They got everybody to turn everything that they said upside down. They put a statement out the day that stuff happened. And then by the time that court case came, all their stories changed. They didn't even know it. What you think these guys, they're putting together in the background right now? We've heard that they got, all of the parents got together from all of the kids that were on the boat. This is what we heard. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm saying allegedly because I wasn't there. But we heard that they had a big meeting. Not to either discuss this shit. Let's get this out. Put this out. Lay it on the line right here. What happened? What do your child know? What your child gonna say? What you dot. You don't know how close these people's parents are, y'all. This could all be something they putting together, and this retired police officer, the blogger, they could be telling him that so they can wind it down to what they're gonna say. But why is his neck missing? Why did y'all decide to erase all of your social media accounts? Huh? What y'all had to do with anything? Now, word on the street is people recorded Nolan. Is this why all of the stuff was deleted and stuff like that? Because this was recorded. This is something they do now when they do crimes. They record it. Just like Mo 3, when they took him out, had watch parties and all of that stuff. That, of course, the judge, allegedly right now, don't want to submit. This is crazy. This is crazy, y'all. I don't know what else to say outside of that. Something ain't adding up here. And the only thing that is adding up, well, what they saying ain't adding up, but the only thing that is there's some big time covering up what's taking place right now. It really is. Some big time stuff. And a lot of people everybody's being questioned right now. Everybody is being questioned in this. Not just one side. Both sides is being questioned right now. A lot of this was bad judgment. Bad judgment, hanging around the wrong crowd. Just what Nolan was doing, y'all. Hanging around the wrong crowd of people. He really was. And trying to fit in so hard with these people. And he didn't even see this coming. He didn't see his own self being put in the same predicament that he didn't got so many others out of. About to have a fight and get broke off. He didn't see the one that was coming for him. And when he finally realized what he had stumbled upon and that he was the entertainment for the 4th of July, and that the people that he normally, see standing around laughing at other people, now they're doing it. You the entertainment for the night. I truly believe Nolan snapped in that boat. Like, ain't nobody gonna make it back from, if I don't make it back home, none of y'all ain't gonna make it back neither. And I think he purposely put that hole in that boat. If it was one in there. I really truly believe that. I think he snapped out when he realized that he wasn't gonna make it back home. And all of his haters united. I do believe. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about the audio that is being played. Do you all feel that we hear what we hear about Nolan, about Bart, all of that stuff. I want to know, what do you all think about that audio? I want to know, do you all think that, Nolan was really out here smoking his kneecaps off? Or do y'all think that they put something in the system and this was the story they're going to run with, that Nolan was already getting wasted hanging out with these boys? Let me know. Do you all think that Katie and Bart was in a relationship? Do you all think that Bart was already on that island? Or did he show up after his Nolan's little so-called friends? Let him know that he was out there with his girl. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Please like, share, subscribe if you like the video. And thank you all so much for watching. Peace.